of my Q&A. So, Jennifer asks, what is your favourite thing about John? Right, John's a very kind person, and he's always very thoughtful, and he's always thinking of people as well. Like, he very much will, if he pops to the shops or anything, he'll very much just spontaneously buy a bunch of flowers and bring them home because he thought I'd like them. Or if he's out going for a walk in the woods, he will, if he sees a pretty stone or something, or an interesting stone, he'll pick it up and he'll bring it home and he'll be like, I saw this and I thought you might like it. So he's very very kind and very thoughtful and very sensitive, and that's my favourite thing, I think. Mona, which TV series are you both watching at the moment? We've got quite different tastes in TV. We do watch a lot of the same TV together, but what my favourite isn't necessarily John's favourite. But what we're currently watching at the moment is PLL. That's, yeah. We don't watch that much TV, but we do watch a little bit. Yeah, liking the new PLL. Well, sort of. I probably shouldn't go on to that because that's going to be a really long video, but yeah, I am liking the new PLL, but I'm also not, it's indifferent. Mona asked, do you like dogs? Did you ever want to own one? Yes and yes, because I covered that in part 1. Right. Emma, how do you go about making your own designs into products, your own washi tape, list pads, sticky notes, etc.? And do you know of places to buy stock from? I'd really like to start up my own stationery shop, but don't know where to start. No one knows where to start when they start. Right, so if you're looking for places, if you wanted to stock my stuff that I'm doing, then let me know, because I do sell my products as wholesale, so get in touch if you want to stock Mrs. Brimble's stuff. Other than that, you just got to do your own research on Google. You've got to think, what do I want to stock? What do I want to stock? And just go out and find it, because what I stock isn't necessarily what you want to stock, and what someone else wants to stock. You will find that people stock in their shops what they like themselves and what they're drawn to and all that kind of stuff. And so what I stock might not be right for your shop, because you might want something else, if you know what I mean. So just think about what it is you want to stock, get on the Google, research, and just approach companies. That's all you've got to do. It's yeah, you've got to put your legwork in and research, baby. Google's your friend. I noticed, Shari asks, I noticed that John always does the toast in the oven. Do you not have toasters in England? Yeah, we have toasters in England. Before we lived here, we lived in a very small house with a very small kitchen, and there was no room for a toaster on the side, and there was no room for a toaster in the cupboard, so we never had a toaster. And we just got used to using the grill for doing toast. And then when we moved here, we don't have toast that often because we don't eat bread that often. And we just couldn't really see the point in buying a toaster when we'd hardly ever use it, and the grill works fine, so we just use the grill. But yeah, we do have toasters in England. It's not, we're not that backward. We're small, but right. From Jenny, what are your go-to sources for inspiration with your artwork? Is there anything you don't like drawing, painting, or making? Do you go back to artwork and work over them, or do you leave them as you left them? Right. Do I leave them as I left them or work after? It depends on the artwork. If I really hate it, sometimes I'll just leave it. But then equally, if I really hate it, sometimes I'll totally paint over it. It depends on how I feel about the piece and if there's any meaning. Like if it's in my journal and it's private stuff, sometimes I'll rework it because I'm like, I want to change it, and other times I won't, you know, because it depends on how it's going. In terms of work for putting on the products and for the boxes, I really will work that and rework it until I'm happy with it. Sometimes I'll just start from scratch, and you know, my sketchbook, I can fill out like a little A5 sketchbook for just one box theme, just, you know, like going over and redoing the unicorns, for example. Inspiration is everywhere around me, and you know, I'm a big fan of social media. Like, I follow people on Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook, and so it's all around. It's all around. And if I see something I like on my social media travels, I will screenshot it and I'll keep it on my phone. Not to copy, but to refer to. And sometimes it can be patterns, sometimes it can be colour palettes and combinations, various things, and I just save it. Sometimes I never even refer back to it, but I save it. And yeah, just kind of all around, really. Yeah, inspiration just comes from different things at different times, and art supply sometimes can trigger a inspiration. I was trying to think what to say, because I've got something coming up in the April box that was a really interesting trigger. It came from, I don't want to say, don't want to give it away, but it's a pattern. It is a pattern, and I made it whilst testing out a new supply. I got given some paint pens for Christmas, and I was testing them out, and there a pattern was born, and I'm not going to say any more because I might ruin it. Elaine, how did you come up with the themes for the Brimble box? I said that in part 1, didn't I, about themes? Yeah. What has been your favourite box so far? Each box that I'm working on is my favourite box until I've had enough of it and I'm sick and tired of it and I don't want to see it anymore. Sometimes I'm tainted as well, because sometimes they can be quite stressful, and whilst I've enjoyed working on the box, the last minute, if a supplier has let me down, which they do, if a supplier has let me down last minute and the last minute becomes really stressful, that then alters my entire opinion on the box. It's funny, isn't it? I don't have a favourite. It's like choosing a child. Because yeah, I like every box until the point I don't like the box anymore. I know, it's such a cop-out, isn't it? Kathy, will you ever resell some of your past dashboards? Here's the thing, right? In order to get them, because obviously I get them professionally printed, and the printing has changed as well. I'm getting them done in a slightly different way, and I have to get them done in the 1,000 in order to get the price at the point which I can sell them reasonably to you. I have to get 1,000 done at a time. So to get older designs back in, I don't know, because I kind of feel that, can I am I going to get 1,000 people to buy that design again? Do you see what I mean? Because if 1,000 people have already bought it, can I get a new lot of 1,000 people to buy it? I don't know, and that worries me, because I don't want to be stuck with 1,000 dashboards, because I have to get 1,000 of each design, not 1,000 in general. So I don't know if I want to be stuck with 1,000 of each design, so probably not. And I like to kind of make them limited in a way as well, like limited, almost like you'd buy a limited print, but you buy a limited dashboard. I don't know. I'm trying to read. There's loads on here, guys. Cheryl, do you and John have any big plans for the future? Not really. Big plans. What constitutes a big plan? We have plans, like little plans or dreams or things we'd like to do. There isn't one kind of big overarching big plan though. I don't know, that's so hard. There are things we'd like to do. I don't know. We'll see. Gotta get past this year first. Crystal, what is your goal for your business exactly 1 year from now? 1 year from now. I don't know about 1 year from now, but let's say 5 years, okay? Because I don't know about 1 year. I would ultimately love to own a physical shop. And that is something that I've been talking about with John. I would absolutely love to own a physical shop. I'd love to be able to make that a reality. Whether I do or not, I don't know. But my dream is to run a physical shop and selling the same stuff that I sell now, but obviously as a physical shop where you guys can come and look at the stuff and feel it and all of that, and also have like space where there's sofas and things and you know, you can come and have a cake and a cup of tea, and a big table where you can hold meetups and you guys can all come together and do art journaling together or play with their planners and stuff. That is what I'd love to do. That is my dream. Whether or not I'll do it, don't know, but I'd love to do that. In terms of a year, I'm really happy as I am. Really, really happy as I am. I don't know really. I don't have any aspirations of being a multi-millionaire or employing staff or anything like that. I'm really happy with my shop just being me and ticking by. Maybe if it earned enough for John to be able to give up his job and us work together, that would be nice. But yeah, at the moment, just happy, just really happy as it is. She also asks, what's the funnest part of your particular business? The funnest part is seeing your stuff on Facebook, like seeing what your page is and what you've done with the boxes and stuff. Love that. What is your current vegan regimen, if you will? Can you give me more? Because I don't really know what that means. Let me know. Mona asks again. Mona, you've got loads of questions. Will you be doing another Christmas Brimbles box again this year? The fact that you even have to ask means you don't know me at all. Of course I'll be doing another Christmas box. Hello, it's me, it's Christmas, of course. Wilma asks, how far or long do you run? Wow, run. I go out and I'm trying to do 5k. I don't run 5k yet. I try and go out for 5k and I try and run as much of that as possible. It depends on how I'm feeling that day and the weather. I'm a fair weather runner, and when it's cold, and I don't like to do it when there's too many people around, and yet it's cold in the morning as well, so I don't always run the entire time. I need to, I should do, I need to work up to it, because we're signed up to do the colour run in London this year in, is it June or July? I can't remember now. June or July, yeah, we've signed up. We've got Team Brim. There's me, John, John's brother, and our sister-in-law. So, yeah, John's brother's wife. All four of us. We've signed up to do the Team Brim, to do the colour run. So, yeah, I'm training for that. So I really should pull my finger out, but it's going okay, you know. Can't climb Everest just on a day, can you? So we're getting there. Wilma also asks, I'm going to Cambridge for a weekend. Where should I visit? Shops, culture, healthy eateries. Oh, you'll love that. Right, if you want culture, you need to take a punt down the River Cam. That's really nice, but I advise you pay a bit extra to have a chauffeur drive you, but it is worth it because it is harder than it looks. Believe me, much harder than it looks. You know, you've got to go do that. that kind of thing. So if you can pay that bit extra to have someone do it for you, it is well worth it. And yeah, there's loads of different companies, but like Scudamores, if you go down the backs of Cambridge, because it's called the backs, where all the colleges are, there's usually someone walking around in like a straw hat with a clipboard. Find one of them guys and they'll give you all the information, all the details. You can usually team up with other people and going a punt with other people if you want to. It's really good because you can go down the backs of the colleges, and it's really relaxing, really nice. You can do it in any, as long as it's not raining. It's a bit crap if it's raining, but if it's cold, they have blankets that you can put around your knees and stuff. And it's a really nice way to see the parks and the backs of Cambridge. If you're quite physically active and you're really into your history and stuff, then I really recommend doing one of their walking tours. They will take you around St John's and King's College and all of that on one of their guided tours, which are really good because obviously you get to learn about the history and everything, and look at all the architecture, which is really good. Go to the Tourist Information Centre if you want more info about that. There are museums in Cambridge. It depends what you're into. The Fitzwilliam is really nice to go. They have different exhibits all the time. In the basement, they've got quite an interesting Egyptian exhibit where they have like mummies and artifacts. And then the rest of the Fitzwilliam is got old oil paintings and sculptures in. So that's quite good. That's free. There's also the all the colleges have got museums. So you've got like the archaeology museum and stuff, and what's it called? Like the Darwin Museum has got all skeletons and stuff of animals and stuff. So that's really good to go and see if you're into your culture. Eating wise, whenever we go to Cambridge, we tend to either go to Rainbow, which is the vegetarian and vegan cafe, which is opposite the colleges. We do quite like Giraffe as well. I don't think where else we go. There isn't that much healthy. Rainbow is your healthiest option. Shops, well, there's Paper Chase there, but right. So basically, Cambridge is quite small, and all the shops are all near each other. You've got the Grand Arcade and you've got the market, and so everything's pretty all together. You can go across to the Grafton Centre, but I wouldn't bother too much unless you want to go over there for Primark. But they're all quite close together, so that's quite cool. You'll have fun. You will have fun. You'll enjoy it. It's quite cool. Go off some of the cobbledy streets down near King's and stuff, and they're really nice. Got little gift shops and stuff. Laura's got loads of questions. How's the juicing going? Good. Like, I'm back into my juicing. Have a juice every day. Loving it. Can't believe I ever stopped. So yeah, that's going good. Can you recommend watercolour paints or pencils, and which are the best? I've never used watercolour pencils. So I can't tell you about watercolour pencils. Watercolour paints, I'm a massive Winsor & Newton fan. Love my Winsor & Newtons. Recently, Romany gifted me some of the Peerless watercolours, which I'm experimenting with, and I quite like those as well. They're quite cool. So yeah, Winsor & Newton at the moment I could recommend, because I haven't used the Peerless enough to recommend them. Do you have any camper van trips planned for this year? No, not really. We should, well, we kind of thinking about it and talking about when we'd like to go, but no, we don't have any actual trips booked. Any trends in stationery this year that you'd like to let us in on? No, because I don't know any. I haven't, have I? Let me think. I can't say that I've really seen anything. Have I seen anything? Obviously, you've got the new Webster's Pages coming out, and Simple Stories are bringing out different Carpe Diems. Other than that, I do not know of anything, and I'm not lying. This is not my lying face. Christine, how do you start writing in a notebook? I've got a couple of really nice ones. I've never been a journaler. I just don't know what to write. I might use one as a what books I've been reading notebook, but I can't begin to put pen to paper, almost like I'm scared of writing in it. So how do you get over that? Just write, honestly, just write. And the thing is, what you've got to remember is it is only a notebook. It's only paper. So just write in it, and it doesn't matter what. So just, and you don't have to think, oh, okay, this notebook I can only use for this, and that notebook I can only use for that. And, you know, just write, just doesn't matter. Just get it in there. Like, so tonight, your challenge, okay, after you've watched this video, your challenge is to write everything that you did that day. Not necessarily in like lengthy writing, okay? Just write what you did that day. Just write it down. And the next day, maybe choose something. There's loads of prompts out there, okay? And I'll try and link you some prompts. There's loads of prompts. You can write about, or listers got to list challenge. You know, they're good prompts. Just think like, you know, write about a memory, or write about your favourite dinner, or anything like that. Just pick some prompts and just write with them, and soon you will be rocking and rolling with it. If you have to force it though, then don't, because it will come naturally. You know, if in a few weeks' time, after you've done the prompts and stuff, you're still having to force yourself, then maybe you're not a journaler. Maybe you should think, okay, I'll give it a break, because it should come naturally. It should be something that you want to do, and you will. Once you've been doing it a while, you will be like, where's my journal? I've got to write that down. I just write anything in it, you know. Watch Romany's videos. She's Romany's Realm. Watch her videos on her commonplace book. She writes everything in there. So go and check that out. I'll try and link it for you. So there we go. There's my questions. I've done another 20-minute video. So John has questions. So we'll do a separate video for John's questions. Bye.